Big Mike rant. This is Big Mike. I'll be talking to you here. Listen, just a couple of housekeeping things. Just want you to know that first off, I got a timer running right here in front of me. It's on my iPhone, and my timer is trying to keep the rant kind of sort of around 5 minutes. I don't want to bore you to death, and I don't want you to get tired of watching. So from now on, I'm trying to keep the rant around 5 minutes. And secondly, I don't know if my voice is ever going to go back to sounding like me, or I'm going to stay this gravel guy forever. But, excuse me, I don't know. But this is how it is. Topic today, it's not a big topic. I'm trying to just talk to people I know and sort of give them advice, I guess. And if you don't want to listen to it, you don't have to. It's one of those things where it really doesn't matter what you think about it. It's just one of them things that, might do you some good if you pay some attention. Topic today is communication. Now, I can remember back in the day having a pager was considered to be, top end. And having a pager was one of the things that was a status symbol. So kids couldn't wait to get a pager. And nowadays, about the only people that have pagers are doctors, maybe. I don't know. Maybe cops have pagers. I couldn't tell you. Then I had a bag phone, or we called them car phones back in the day. And they were car phones because they plugged into the cigarette lighter for power. The battery didn't last very long, so you had to use the power on the cigarette lighter. And it had an antenna, either an external antenna that was plugged in and sat on top of your car, or it was, an antenna on the bag itself. But usually, and on a couple of cars I had, the phone was actually hung up on a stand that they had installed in the car, so it was a car phone. And if you were away from the car and your phone rang, it would honk the horn and honk the lights. And now we've came all the way to where we have cell phones. So we have all of these tools, and the tools are, we have email, we have text messaging, which, by the way, I hate. That's because I'm a curmudgeon and I'm old. But we also have Facebook messaging and Facebook and Twitter, and then for all of you that send nasty pictures all the time, there's Snapchat. The funny thing is, everybody's like, oh, you're old, you don't know. And I'm like, yeah, I'm old and I just don't want to know. Anyway, so having all the items that you have as a human today at your disposal, it's been said that you have more tools and information available at your fingertips than the King of England had in his entire lifetime in the 1200s. King John, for example, didn't have as much information available to him in his lifetime that you have available at your fingertips at a moment's notice. It's so pervasive that to look up something, to find out something using a search engine has become a verb. In other words, Google is a company, but you can also Google it to find out. And maybe you don't like Google, but the point is you can look it up online. And a lot of times you can do it with your phone. But really, ask your grandmother or, your uncles, your aunts, the older people in your family. Ask them what communication is, and they're going to tell you it's a letter, or it's a card, or it's a phone call. And the reason why it's that is because we can actually hear your voice. And we can actually hear what you have to say. Sometimes we're hard of hearing, because we're old. But the point is that if you would call your grandmother and say, hey, Grandma, how you doing? She would appreciate that a lot more than if you send her a text saying the same thing. I know that, there's all kinds of arguments, yes and no. But for my children, I'd much rather get a call from them than anything else. Lets me hear their voice, lets me see how they're doing. I mean, I can hear their lies directly. If you're going to lie to me, don't lie to me in text, okay? Tell it to my face. Hey, I'm doing fine, Pop. Yeah, okay, right. Yeah, I got you. That's just kind of how it is. Anyway, the rant's going to be about 5 minutes, and no more politics, and I'm not putting any ads on them anymore. And the reason for the no ads is because who cares? I ain't trying to make money at this. There ain't no money to be made. you know, an old gray-haired fart doing this stuff on YouTube, and I'm not going to do politics anymore for the same reason I wouldn't want to talk religion, and that's because all it does is upsets people. I'm not trying to upset anybody. I mean, if you want to argue and fight, call me. We'll argue and fight about it. Anyway, y'all have a good day. It's been nice talking to you today. I'm right at my 5-minute limit, maybe a little bit over, but like I said, I'm not going to keep them going. So anyway, thanks for joining me. February 1st, Groundhog Day, on the Big Mike Rant. This is Big Mike. Talk to you later.